Season, all that and plenty more right now on the Rockets pregame show. It's been the home away from home for the Rockets over the last couple of nights, and the Rockets hoping to feel a little more at home tonight. But Tracy McGrady going to have to pick up some slack because no Yao Ming this evening, as we've got NBA basketball coming your way from downtown Los Angeles, California, as it's the Rockets and LA Lakers tonight. Their first meeting of the season between these two teams. First chance to see before mentioned Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant going head-to-head. They will do so coming up in just a little while right here on FSN Houston. How the Rockets wrap up a 6-game road trip a week and a half ago. Looked like this trip could really bury this team. Instead, it maybe looked back at as a stretch of basketball that really turned the season around. Good guys have won 4 out of 5 on the roadie. For more on the 6th and final game of the trip. This road trip has been so long, we had to bring in another color commentator for it. Matt Bullard had to go home. We'll go back out to Bill Worrell. Guys?
You're right, Kevin. I've worn out 2 guys already, and we're only two weeks into this trip. He's already tired. He's 0-1. You know, I've been looking back on your record as a Rockets broadcaster. It's not real good. You're
not real good at all.
We need to work on that.
I got to work on my free throws.
Well, I tell you what, 4-1 is a pretty good road trip. The problem is they're dropping like flies. Now, Yao Ming, we've got more good players back in Houston than we've got here in L.A. Yao Ming said today his big toe's hurting him. He couldn't play. They sent him home to Houston. But he's had a great trip.
He's had a wonderful road trip, as you can see. He's been a big factor in the game. Here he is on a slam dunk. Yao he's been unstoppable virtually, and the big toe really hurts because this is the last game of the road trip, and you would love to see this team finish strong. There he is with the turnaround jumper, which he's been knocking down with a lot of regularity throughout this trip. And certainly his presence will be missed in tonight's game, Bill.
The big question, without Yao in the middle, where do you get the points? Tracy McGrady was shut down in the second half. You can do that if you double and triple team him. Who else is going to jump up?
Well, you got to look at Stromile Swift. He's capable of doing it. On the defensive end, you have to look at Mutombo. Mount Mutombo, the old wily veteran. He's got to get it done tonight, Bill, and I think he can.
Okay, well, when we talk about the Road Warriors, actually the Houston Rockets have played better on the road than they have at home. This is, we've been just over 6,000 miles, 7 cities in 12 days. This is the 4th game in 5 days for the Houston Rockets, so this is a long, long road trip.
This is nothing. Back in the day, Bill, we had commercial flights. You know, we played 4 games in 5 nights traveling around the country. Nothing to it. This is the NBA. This is a man's game, and every team will have a challenge on the road such as this. And the good thing is the Rockets have responded in a positive way.
All right, big matchup tonight. This is something that sells a lot of tickets. Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant.
These two guys are awesome. You can see the comparison here. They're both Mr. Do-It-All for their teams. Kobe Bryant here taking it to the basket strong. He's been the leading scorer in 20 out of the 23, 24 games that the Lakers have had. So there's no question who's going to beat you in tonight's game. Here's Tracy McGrady. He's Mr. Do-It-All for the Houston Rockets. And these two players are perhaps the most dominant players in their position in the game today, Bill.
You know, Clyde, yesterday he had 29 points at the half. The Clippers shut him down in the second half. That with a combination of him tiring out. Has this road trip finally gotten to T-Mac now?
I tell you what, it's gotten to him. But now, when you're at your your breaking point where you're dead tired, and now he's going to be asked to do more in this particular game because of Yao's absence.
Yeah.
But I think if anyone can do it, I think Tracy will rise up. But it's going to take a complete team effort for this team to win here tonight against the Lakers on the road.
Kevin, this is only the 3rd game Yao Ming has missed, so he has been very durable. But that toe, if you could see it, I mean, it's really given him problems all year long. He lost the toenail. He's tried to replace it. It's really been tough going. You as an athlete know how important your feet are.
Well, you got to have good feet. And for a big man, his balance is everything. And at the center of your balance is that big toe.
Yeah, so everybody says, what's a big toe going to slow you down for? Well, when you're 7'6", it's a big, big toe.
You take into consideration also, you think about a guy that's playing in the paint like that, you know he's going to get stepped on. That's got to be extremely painful. Well, should he be ready to go on Wednesday against Toronto?
I don't know. They're not saying anything right now. Keith Jones very tight-lipped about it, but if you look at Yao, he's got scratches, bruises all over his body. He gets beat up more than anybody in the league. Who are they going to call the fouls on tonight?
Well, that's going to be interesting because there's no big man to beat up tonight. But Yao does take a beating night in and night out. He is a warrior. He's been taking it from day one because he's had to play long minutes in all of the games because of the absence to injuries. So it's about time the injuries have taken their toll, and he probably said enough is enough.
Yeah, well, Chris Mims, the happiest guy in the house tonight.
The Rockets have won 6 out of 8 since McGrady returned from missing 8 games with that back problem. In case you were wondering, Rockets lost all 8 of those games that T-Mac sat out. Needless to say, this man's health is important to this ball club. Tonight, we're going to take you into T-Mac's home to show you how he stays healthy and get a little workout.
Hi, my name is Tracy McGrady. My nickname is T-Mac. I play for the Houston Rockets. My job to make my team better, to unite my team, to have influence on the young kids that want to be like T-Mac.
1, 2, 3. Actually, this year it was easier. This was the easiest year we've had working out. It was tough being on the road, but Tracy having the gym at his house, the weight room at his house, it was the most consistent and best summer we've had, since he's been in the NBA. 7, 8, 9, good set. All right. These workouts you do these next 4 days is the last one for the season starter. Championship season starter. Thank you. And the MVP season. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Good set. Good set.
Every day, whether I was in town, whether I was out of town, I was just real consistent at what I did, and my conditioning was better than it ever been before. My strength, just my size, everything was more, sharp. It was just a real progress, and just trying to build up to get where I wanted to be, and by being consistent, we got there.
That's probably the biggest thing that's changed with Tracy is he's become a better professional, and he's realized that the summer's make him better, hard work makes him better. One more. I got it. Come on. All right, good. What we're doing here is this is like a system we set up to work on explosion, work on speed, endurance, conditioning all in one. It's kind of a mini boot camp. We'll start over here with the jump machine. All right, you got 30 jumps. Load on. 1, 2. The jump machine works on his explosion. It's a rubber band holding him down when he jumps against for resistance. We'll go from there to a lunge, the length of the court and back. We'll go from there to ball touches on the backboard with an 8-pound medicine ball, 8-pound ball. We'll come here for a jump rope for a minute. Then we're going to run some forwards and backwards sprints on the court. Go. Some jumps on the box. He'll run the step. The weight vest weighs 11 pounds, so he'll be wearing that on the whole system. But everything's stopwatch. Good. That completes 1 time around. This will be done 3 times.
I was told that I wasn't going to make it, that I would be out of the league. I was criticized by so many people. I was even criticized by my first-year coach that I didn't have the work ethic, I didn't have the passion, nor the determination to be a star in this league. And I just took that as a motivating factor.
8, 9. All right, one more set.
I think that's what drove me to work as hard as I did to push myself to exhaustion.
Tracy was in probably the best shape coming off the season that he's been in his NBA career. He took lifting more serious with the season this year, and when he came off, he took less of a vacation than he usually does. So actually, he was in really good shape when he started.
And for a devastating blow to set you back is very devastating, but it happens, and you can't get discouraged. You just got to move forward and keep working hard.
Good.
Well, tonight's Toyota's keys to the game centers on playing tonight without the Sergeant Hulk of this team, the big toe. He won't be there. Yao Ming on his way back to Houston with that big toe problem. And, you know, the Rockets already with the fewest points in the paint per game this season with 31 points per game. So who steps up tonight, or will it be that big of a difference anyway? Right now, time for us to head back to Los Angeles, where Bill Worrell visiting with Rockets assistant coach Tom Thibodeau.
We're visiting tonight with Rockets assistant Tom Thibodeau, and I was going to talk about all the work you've done with Yao Ming in the offseason and this season, and now Yao's gone home to Houston with a sore big toe. So that's tough news.
It is tough news. He's been playing very well on the trip, and it's unfortunate, but hopefully it won't be a serious problem.
What will you do tonight, Tom?
Well, Deke will step in, and he'll step up. Deke has been in the league a number of years. He's been terrific for us. He gives us a rebounding and defensive presence that hopefully can help fuel our fast break a little bit more and get on the offensive boards. Those are things that he's done for years and years, so hopefully he'll continue to do that tonight.
We've got more players on the inactive list than we have on the active list. That's the shortest bench I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, but the good thing, it'll give an opportunity to some of the guys who haven't gotten a chance yet. Lonnie Baxter will get a chance tonight. Guys like Moochie Norris who have stepped in, and Moochie's played very well on the trip. So this will be an opportunity for some guys who haven't played very much.
I was going to talk to you about Yao Ming tonight exclusively, about the work you did with him. Now, you went to China this summer. How long were you over there, and what did you work on?
Well, I was there for about 2 weeks, and it coincided with him working out with the Chinese national team. We concentrated mainly on 3 areas. One was his footwork, pivoting, that sort of thing. Second was sealing the defender off, things like that. And of course, finally, his overall post game, his post moves, primarily his jump hook. So he worked extremely hard this summer. He was practicing twice a day, 2 hours a day, then doing individual work. And then after practice was over, he was going to the track, weightlifting. So he had a summer in which he worked extremely hard.
And we've seen the fruits of that. I mean, he is a hard worker, and he's improved in all those areas you talked about.
No question. I think that he has all the qualities that will allow him to continue to develop. He's a very driven person. He has a great capacity for work. He's very intelligent, and you combine that with his talent, and I think he'll just continually get better and better.
Great job, Tom, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Bill.
Tom Thibodeau, our guest. Live from the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, FSN Houston presents Houston Rockets basketball. And tonight, it's the Rockets taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Worrell. Good to have you with us as the Rockets finally finish up this 12-day, 6-game road trip. It has been a tough one, and the players keep falling all over the place. It looks like a rerun of the MASH television series. Yao Ming has gone back to Houston, and he'll be sitting there with all of his friends. In fact, the Rockets have almost as good a team back home in Houston tonight as they will have here on the court. Clyde Drexler, who played this game for 15 seasons, you know about injuries, but it's going to really be double tough without Yao Ming tonight.
It's going to be really tough, but what you need, Bill, is a lot of the other guys to step up and take his place. Guys like Mutombo, Strohmeyer, this is their opportunity to play and play well on the road.
The tough thing for Houston is Yao Ming has played so well on this road trip that he's led the Rockets to a 4-1 record.
And he's been outstanding. He's been very dominant. Here you see on the clip, Yao Ming is averaging over 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, been dominant inside the paint. He's been very tough to stop for the opposing team.
All right, the Rockets will be going with Dikembe Mutombo and probably with a small lineup for most of the game.
Probably, but I like to see Mutombo in there because when he's in there, he changes the game because of his ability to block shots in the paint.
And you buy the tickets for the show, and it's Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant head-to-head tonight.
Oh, you got to love these two guys. Tracy McGrady, Mr. Do-It-All for the Houston Rockets, knocking down the turnaround jumper there, pulling up for the nice Jimmy here, nothing but net. We've seen him many, many times. He's capable of scoring, even with the left hand. Tracy's awesome. On the other end, you got Mr. Excitement, Kobe Bryant. He shoots the jumper about as well as anyone we know in the league, and here he is driving to the basket as well. Kobe been the leading scorer for the Lakers in 19 out of 23 games. We know if the Lakers are going to beat you, he's the guy to do it.
Well, if it gets into a one-on-one contest, the Rockets would probably like that because it won't take up a lot of numbers. It's time now for the Toyota Power Team Keys to the Game.
First of all, you got to slow down Kobe, as I said earlier. You got to keep this team off the offensive boards. They're really good at going at second chance points, and if you do that, your chances of winning are much better. And everyone on the Rockets team has got to step it up, Bill.
They really do, so we've got a good one headed your way tonight. It's the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers coming up next on FSN Houston. Again, everybody, and welcome back to the Staples Center. We're right back here. Yesterday playing the Clippers, and tonight taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. And let's check out tonight's Southwest Airlines starting lineups. And for the Houston Rockets, they'll be without Yao Ming, Derek Anderson, Rafer Alston, and John Barry. So this will be the lineup. Ryan Bowen, Juwan Howard, Dikembe Mutombo, David Wesley, and T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. For the Los Angeles Lakers, they'll be sending out Brian Cook, Lamar Odom, Chris Mim, Smush Parker, and Kobe Bryant, second leading scorer in the NBA. So it's going to be a big show tonight without Yao Ming, but you will feature two of the best scorers in NBA history as T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, takes on Kobe Bryant. And it's coming up next on FSN Houston. Again, everybody, and welcome back to Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. NBA basketball between two of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. The Los Angeles Lakers have won 8 of their last 10 games. The Rockets have won 6 of their last 8. And there's one of the winningest coaches. Well, he is the winningest coach in NBA history in terms of championships. Phil Jackson has won 3 championships with the Chicago Bulls 3 years in a row. Then he came back, did it with the Bulls again 3 years in a row, and then 3 years in a row with the Los Angeles Lakers. He has won 9 of the last 15 NBA championships. This will be his 6th season here in L.A. after taking last year off. They broke that team up. He wrote a book that was not really very kind to Kobe Bryant. Shaq went east to the Miami Heat, and Phil came back.
Can you imagine?
Well, when you go with the owner's daughter, you can't get too far from the franchise.
No, you're living at home. This is his home, and he's back, and I'm sure the Lakers are happy and better off because of it.
I think they are. They're 13-10. Jeff Van Gundy, of course, has done a remarkable job with his Houston Rockets team. When they headed out on this long 12-day, 6-game road trip, a lot of people were writing them off because they had one of the worst records in the NBA. But they have won 4 of the 5 games. They lost yesterday afternoon. They'll be without Yao Ming tonight, but Dikembe Mutombo is going to step in, and he can more than adequately fill Yao Ming's shoes. In fact, Yao can't fill Mutombo's shoes. Mutombo wears a size 20.
I tell you what, Mutombo gets an opportunity to come in and control the paint for the Houston Rockets, which are a defensive-minded team to begin with, Bill.
Well, now you're taking 20-plus points out of the middle of the lineup. Is that going to make it easier on them to double and triple team T-Mac without Yao in the middle?
Well, certainly they're going to miss Yao's presence, but at the same time, the Rockets will be a quicker, less predictable team.
Chris Mim of Austin, Texas, and University of Texas fame wins the jump. And Brian Cook in the lineup now. He'll take it down to Mim. Mim's doing a good job in the middle for the Lakers this year. And they're always looking for Kobe Bryant. Right now, Ryan Bowen is trying to stay with Kobe. He'll get a lot of help from his friends. Mim takes it to the middle over Mutombo short, and Mutombo with a rebound. Now, Deke is pretty fired up about this start tonight.
Oh, he hasn't played much this year, Bill, so this is his opportunity to get his stroll on.
Well, T-Mac goes around Kobe, sets up Ryan Bowen, and he hits it. Yesterday, Ryan was only 2 for 11 from the field, but he hits his first shot tonight. They're going to leave him open till he makes them pay. Smush Parker getting it out to Mim on the wing. He misses, and the rebound to Ryan Bowen. T-Mac had 29 points in the first half yesterday against the Clippers. It's a double team, but the Clippers came out in the second half putting 2, sometimes 3 men on him and shut him down totally. He scored only 4 the rest of the way.
And I'm sure the Lakers saw what happened in the second half and are trying to do the same thing.
David Wesley missed the shot, gets the rebound back, a fresh 24 for Houston. And they're going to Juwan Howard across the lane. Lamar Odom picked him up almost too late. He almost made it. Cook gets it out to Lamar Odom. Now, we haven't talked about Lamar Odom, but I personally think he's probably as good a player as there is in the league at doing every facet of the game. Smush Parker. There's a great story. Smush Parker out of Fordham.
Smush Parker can play, Bill. He's one of those guys that not many people know about, but he's a starter on this Lakers team. He's averaging over 10 points a game and is the third leading scorer on this team.
Ryan Bowen misses this time, so he's 1 for 1, and Bryant will bring it up. Kobe number 2 in the NBA in scoring. He's been shooting less lately, and the Lakers have been winning more. There's a turnover by L.A.
It's funny how that happens. When you distribute the ball and play good team defense and share the ball on the offensive end, everyone's happier.
Juwan Howard taking it inside, missed it as Odom came over and made him change his shot a little bit. Here's Kobe going to the basket, draws the foul. Now he'll go to the free throw line as many as anybody in the league. He averages over 8 free throw attempts a game. Kobe Bryant.
Here's Juwan Howard with 5 moves in the paint. The big guy comes over and alters the shot. Good move by Juwan. He's being very aggressive on the offensive end. And that's what he needs to do because they need more production in the paint because Yao Ming is not there to provide that spark offensively.
Clyde, this is just the 24th game this season for Kobe Bryant. That's his 205th free throw attempt already.
That means he's been super aggressive in going to the basket.
And he is an excellent free throw shooter, so he gets a lot of his points there. Bryant comes in at 81% from the free throw line. And he got them both. So the early lead by L.A. The Rockets like to work it into Yao. They like to work it inside out. They won't have that presence tonight. Down to T-Mac. T-Mac and Kobe. Nice pass inside. Ryan Bowen wasn't ready for it. Well, I don't think Ryan thought it was for him. He thought it was for Deke. They both let it go right through them.
I think Kobe is trying to step up to the challenge of guarding Tracy McGrady, Bill. This is going to be an interesting game.
Kobe has been on the all-defensive NBA team 3 years, and Cook hits from the outside. Now, Brian Cook has started, this is his 4th game this season. He had 17.7 rebounds in his first start of the season in their last game against Seattle.
He's a very solid player, Bill. He can shoot the ball from the perimeter. He's got a decent post-up game, and they think he's a little bit better than Kwame Brown.
And the foul is called on Kobe Bryant. Now, this is going to really be something. If Bryant's going to try to take McGrady one-on-one.
Oh, great shot by Brian Cook, who's capable of making a perimeter jumper. One thing we cannot let him do is get started in this game because he's a guy that's not counted upon to score very much for this team.
Kobe again with his, got McGrady gets some help on the double team. That leaves Wesley open, and he in and out on a 3. And the rebound to Min. Rockets can't afford a poor shooting night. Ooh, boy.
Speaking of poor shooting,
that was a brick.
It might have touched a piece of the rim.
It hit the glass, but it was on the other side of the basket. There's T-Mac. Got him in the air and drew the foul from Smush Parker. Kobe's taking him initially, and then Parker's coming over to help.
Well, they know that T-Mac may be a little bit too much one-on-one. As he starts to put it on the floor, they're going to come with 2 and 3 guys.
Well, I thought he was shooting.
It had to be in the act of shooting, Bill. Yes.
Because he likes to go to his right, take it up the lane, much like Kobe does, and the foul came over. They have to suppose continuation, don't they?
Well, they used to have continuation.
Yes.
It's all subjective.
I don't like that subjective stuff. So the Rockets tonight have gone 6-2 over their last 8 games, and in that span they have averaged 96 points a game. So they really picked up their scoring. Yao Ming has been a big part of that. Of course, you'll take his 20 points out of the lineup tonight. But that's more opportunities for the other players, and we'll see, because Juwan Howard has picked up his game offensively on this road trip. He had 16 points in Seattle, so he'll get some more shots tonight. Bryant taking it inside, and he draws a foul. This will be on David Wesley.
I like the way the Rocket defense is collapsing on the Kobe Bryant penetration, but they need to get there a little bit quicker with their bodies and not reach in so much, Bill. Here you see the replay. Kobe going to his left, 2-3 guys there. Kobe still gets it up and the foul.
Who's helping you out there?
James Worthy made a stop by the broadcast booth. The Laker great for many, many years. Big game, James.
Big James has been doing a lot of work for Fox.
He's very good.
He's got a very good seat, doesn't he? Right there on the front row, but I guess he earned it with all those championships. We have a timeout on the court, 7:55 left to play in the first quarter, and the Lakers lead by 3. 7-4, Lakers with the lead, 7:55 in the first. Let's take a look at tonight's McDonald's League leaders. And this will be the leading scorers against the Rockets since 1991. And Kobe Bryant right at the top of that list. And it's our pleasure to have one of the Laker greats, James Worthy, is with us tonight. When you look up and you see all of those great names, Magic Johnson and Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor, and there's James Worthy right up there with those jerseys.
You know, I had to pay a lot of money to get them to hang that up there.
Oh, no.
No, you didn't.
Big game James. He had a lot of game. I played against him many, many times. There's no one better.
You, boy.
No one better.
I could have played probably 2 more years if I didn't have to guard this guy. Magic, we try to protect Magic, so I ended up having to guard this guy, running around picks and stuff, and didn't have Jerome Kersey beat me to death. But there was some fun times. We played against each other in college too, and
Final Fours, yeah. Many, many wars.
For the Kings.
You really had some great matchups with Portland and with the Houston Rockets, James.
Yes, we did.
Well, I remember. One I like to remember, of course, is Ralph Sampson's last second shot.
Yeah, well, that was in the old Great Western Forum, and you know, they had our number that year, man. They really did, and we knew it with the Dream and Wiggins and Reed and Tommy McRae actually. He and Dennis Rodman probably guarded me better than anybody in the league.
Yeah, really?
Rodney McRae was one of the best players that I'd ever played against.
Solid defensively.
Solid defensive, and if you didn't, you know, he'd get offensive rebounds. He was just he was the X factor on that team that year. A lot of respect for him.
James, let me ask you about this Lakers now. Bringing Phil back, the team went on a recent road trip that really may have saved the season, much like the Rockets are having a good road trip right now. But this team is looking better every time I see them. What do you think?
Well, you know, they have a coach that makes them accountable, and I'm not sure that you know, with all due respect to Rudy, it didn't work out that way. But Phil has a way of getting into players' heads and understanding personalities, and I think they're finally getting the complexity of the triangle offense down. They're playing some decent defense, and they got a great superstar in Kobe.
You know, it's interesting, too, you talk about the triangle, as we see McGrady going down the baseline now, sets up Ryan Bowen again. He's got to hit that shot. They're going to give it to him. And Juwan Howard gives a fresh 24 to Houston. He's going to take it right back in for the slam. Oh, what a move by Juwan Howard.
Emphatically.
You know, when you think about, though, when you look at, and this is nothing against Smush Parker and Chris Mim and Brian Cook, but when you look at those great Laker teams you were on, everybody was a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, those kind of teams are hard to put together.
They come along once in a lifetime, don't they?
Hey, I came here and didn't even get to start right away. I mean, I behind Jamal Wilkes and Bob McAdoo, and Kurt Rambis was not going to let me get any playing time in power forward. He used to beat me to a pulp in practice, so I had to move up to small forward. But we're rebuilding right now.
You see, Kobe just picked up his second foul. I'm kind of a little surprised they're letting him get up that close on Tracy McGrady.
That's interesting.
You know, don't say you heard it from me, but there's such a thing as an untouchables in this league. Larry, Magic, Clyde, Drexler,
James Worthy.
Wait a minute. Those referees will tell you. Joey Crawford told me they don't play favorites.
We don't believe that, Bill. We know better.
The record doesn't show that.
I don't either. I don't believe it. There's Chris Mim with a rebound. Well, there's so many improved teams now over here in the West, James. It's going to be tough to make the top 8.
Well, you know what? Nothing's promised, and the Lakers have to do everything right. They can't afford to lose games they shouldn't. and it's going to be a dogfight over here.
Yeah.
Just to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right, because you've got some teams on the outside looking in that were in the playoffs last year. Denver's not even in the playoffs if you take a look at the overall record. Knocked out of bounds by Cook. You see the Lakers up by a point. 5.5 minutes left. What are you doing now?
Well, I do all the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows for all the Laker away games on the local channel, KCAL Channel 9 here. And we do a lot of that. And I've enjoyed that for about 4 years.
Oh, you know what he's really doing, Bill. He's playing golf every day.
Well, just like you, huh?
I'm telling you, man.
He deserves it.
I'm about to go back to bowling, man. The way I've been hitting the ball lately.
You know what? I think I am too. There's a foul on Dikembe Mutombo.
Get down to it.
Bowling of all sorts.
I'm going to do something I'm good at.
Well, it's good to see you always.
It's always good to see you, Bill.
Come visit us in Houston sometime, and we'd love to have you down.
I'll see you down for All-Star break.
Okay, you got it. That's right.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, James.
All right.
James Worthy, one of the real greats and great guys in the league. And Clyde, you had some battles with him, but those were some great LA teams.
You talk about a guy that played both ends of the court and was unstoppable. Quite often when you look at all of those great series and they say Magic Bird, but every time I watch those series, Bill, the best player on the court is James Worthy.
Well, that's why you called him Big Game James. There's Mim taking it inside, and he traveled. He was trying to sneak it up over Dikembe Mutombo.
Take nothing away from Magic and Larry. They were invincible, just incredible players. But James was every bit on the same level.
Yeah, it was always so tough to match up with him. I think only the Celtic front line was able to match up with the Laker front line, and that's why they had so many great matchups. Here's McGrady giving it up to Ryan Bowen. Bowen takes it inside, has the ball knocked away, and he thought he was fouled, but he did not get the call, and Smush Parker will set up the offense without Bryant. Parker taking it inside out. Devin George, pretty good shooter, will jump it up. Missed it. Cook with the rebound. Cook is fouled by Juwan Howard. And that's the first on Juwan, but the 15th foul on Houston, and the Lakers still have a foul to give.
There he is. Brian Cook with the offensive rebound. Someone fell on the Rockets team and gave him the opportunity for that rebound, but he made the most of it, Bill. When he got it, he took it right to the basket strong, and he's at the line because of it.
Brian Cook getting a chance for the first time to get some minutes and play as Luther Head now will come in for Ryan Bowen. And they're going to need some more offense from Luther Head now. He's had some big offensive games, but on this road trip he's been reluctant to shoot with everybody else scoring well. But they're going to have him put up some shots tonight.
I think he'll be a little bit more offensive-minded, as they all are aware that Yao Ming is injured, and they need that offensive output from someone.
Well, Juwan turned it over. He was looking to pass. He should have been looking to shoot.
He was wide open. He's such an unselfish player. He's always looking to make the extra pass. And that time he's wide open and just should have pulled up for the easy jumper from the free throw line. But that's the reason they let the guards make those decisions, Bill.
Sasha Vujicic checks into the game for the Lakers. Young man out of Slovenia. Parker on the drive short, and the rebound to Deke. And he'll get it up quickly. It's a 2-point Laker lead here in the early going. McGrady picked up by Devin George. Mim comes out and fouls, and that's the 4th team foul on the Lakers. Chris Mim, who still makes his home in Austin, Texas, as you see Devin George down on the court. George had to miss a lot of games. He had an ankle surgery and did not come back to the Lakers until March of last year.
Oh, he got a pick from Mutombo, and I think they've met face-to-face.
Don't get within 2 feet of Dikembe Mutombo or you'll get an elbow. 4:14 left in the first quarter as we take a break. Lakers up by 2 on FSN Houston. Lakers up by 2. Hey, an old reunion here tonight.
Everyone's in the forum.
Rockets.
In the Staples Center.
Houston Rockets. David Wesley and his wife Shannon will host a Christmas party at Bounce U. It's coming up on Monday, tomorrow night at 6:45. The party open to all families who bring a Target or Walmart gift card. The cards will be used to help purchase gifts for children who are less fortunate. That's going to be a great deal. In fact, all of the Rockets are chipping in this Christmas holiday. And also, for the 4th consecutive year, Rockets owner Leslie Alexander hosted a special holiday party for 13 families, featured in the Houston Chronicle Goodfellows program, and Les gave $100,000 to that program this year, and he does it every year, and that's what the spirit of Christmas is all about.
Les Alexander, very philanthropic, one of the best owners in the NBA, and proving it day after day. Bill, did you know who that was in the stands?
Motley Crue. Well,
and who was that beside him?
Well, that's Miss Anderson. She's getting up there in years now. Pamela looks pretty good.
Oh, I'd say. But you didn't hear me say that.
Why? Are you blind? What's wrong with your eyes? George takes it in, and DeKimby swats it out of there.
Not in my house.
Not in my house is right. Luther Head fakes the shot, gives it up. Now Lamar Odom has to guard Tracy McGrady with a double team. Back outside, they swing it around. There's the shot for Luther Head. He had it blocked by Smush Parker. But a good follow-up and a block by Odom, but they're going to count the goaltending. And the game is tied at 10.
Great drive by Devin George. Oh, Mr. Mutombo is sitting there waiting for him.
Yes,
and there's the finger. Not in this house today, Bill.
Tommy Lee go to Nebraska University this year?
I think he did. And
he couldn't find the library?
He was posing as just a regular student?
Yeah, he played drums in the Nebraska band.
I'm sure the girls like that.
Yeah, they must have. Well, you see him all over here at this building. You saw him in the Forum and right here in Staples Center, too. You come to a Clippers game, I guess Billy's the only one you see there. There's Odom taking it inside, and he misses, and it's tipped up and in by Kwame Brown. And there was the big experiment by the Lakers as they made the trade and picked up Kwame Brown this offseason. Drafted the first player taken several years ago.
He was taken by Michael Jordan at the time, who was general manager of the Wizards.
Luther Head back outside to Wesley. Wesley on Vujacic, and he did not get it off in time. Somebody's got to be alert to that shot clock. Well, the Rockets are shooting 25%, and the Lakers even worse. Well, no, they're up to 25% now. The Rockets 26%.
To say that both teams are having trouble scoring would be quite an understatement at this point in the game.
Smush Parker puts it up and in.
What do you think about that experiment, Bill? Kwame Brown, the #1 pick. Is the jury still out, or has the verdict been reached?
I don't think it's. He's so young. He came straight out of high school, and I think he's got chance to develop.
I think so. I think quite often when guys don't produce right away, people have a tendency to give up on them.
Yeah. David Wesley is fouled, so he'll shoot a couple. You see more room in the middle now. The Rockets are spreading that out. Usually when Yao is down there, Vujacic is called for the foul. And now there's more room to drive to the basket.
More room to drive, but Mutombo covers a lot of ground quickly. And even though he's not as wide as Yao, when he sees a penetrator, he knows how to get out the way and then attack the offensive board. That's many years in the league at his position and being one of the all-time greatest centers to come out of Georgetown.
David Wesley struggled yesterday against the Clippers. His last 2 games, he struggled a little bit with his shot, but he should have more shots. That's 2 points now for David, so everybody has scored in that Rockets lineup except Mutombo. Sasha Vujacic gives it up. Parker swings it around to Odom. He's left-handed, and he traveled.
Good call by the official there.
That's the 3rd turnover by the Lakers. The officials are Bennett Salvatore, Benny Adams, and Zach Zarba. Zarba, Adams, and Salvatore, the officials for tonight's game. And Tracy McGrady picked up by Devin George outside. George is a big guy. There's a double team as Parker comes over, but he leaves Luther Head. Now Luther has got to bury that shot. Another offensive rebound for Houston. T-Mac will step up for a three, and he misses. And Kwame Brown gives it up to Vujicic. This is a good young player, this Sasha Vujicic. And Kwame Brown misses, gets it back. Knocked out of his hands, a steal by David Wesley. 14-12 Lakers. Wesley takes a tour through the lane. Nobody picked him up, and he missed again. The Rockets are ice cold.
Ice cold. And this is a game where they really can't afford, as you said earlier, Bill, to have an off shooting night. They don't have the presence of a Yao Ming to take over.
Almost a steal by Luther Head. He was averaging right at 2 steals a game when he was playing a lot. Vujicic with an air ball. Kwame Brown tries to save it, and Parker can't save it. T-Mac gets it up to Howard. Juwan saves it. Nobody ever got a handle on that basketball.
Oh my goodness, that was great hustle on the part of the Houston Rockets, but to no avail.
So Juwan Howard will come out of the game, and Stromile Swift will come in. It'll be Swift, McGrady, Dikembe.
Luther Head with the hustle. T-Mac with the pass. Juwan Howard with the hustle.
This will be. You sure the ice isn't still out there from the hockey game last night? 33 seconds left in the quarter. 13 on the shot clock. Going to take it into Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown with a bounce pass to Devin George, and he's short on the shot. Tipped up in the air. Stromile Swift tips it over to McGrady. No shot clock. Rockets can go for the final shot. Can't we get to 14 points, fellas? Normally when you score 14, you're way behind in this league. But if the Rockets get to 14, they'll be tied. 8 seconds. George way out on McGrady. McGrady looks up, sees 3 seconds, down to 2. McGrady on the drive, passes off, gets it back, and never gets the shot off in time. Well, the Rockets shoot 22%. But they trail by only 2 at the end of the first quarter because the Lakers shot only 25%. (14-12), the Lakers lead after the end of the first quarter. So the Rockets tie their low for points scored in a quarter this year. 12 points in the first quarter. That came against San Antonio, but the Rockets are only down by 2 points.
To say that you don't have your second leading scorer in Yao Ming, you didn't shoot the ball particularly well, you're on the road, the 6th game, 4th game and 5th night, and you're only down by 2 and you scored 12 points, you're in good shape if you're the Houston Rockets.
Uchi Norris now is picked up by Sasha Vujicic. Luke Walton is checked into the game. He'll match up with Stromile Swift. Mutombo stays in the game. Kwame Brown is on him. Uchi has really had a string of good games here on this road trip. Swift misses. Just can't seem to hit his stride. Here's Walton. Outside looking Kwame Brown. Dropping it down to Kwame. He's going to work on Big Deke. Nowhere to go. Kobe Bryant back into the game now, working on McGrady. And he puts it up, misses, and he'll shoot. Tracy McGrady is called for his second foul of the game. So McGrady and Bryant with 2 fouls apiece guarding each other.
2 great players. Now, I don't know. I wouldn't take a chance on letting either one of these guys get in foul trouble because you need them on the court.
You used to guard Jordan.
Exactly, but only for the first half. If I got 2 or 3 fouls, I was switching to Pippen, which was a whole lot easier.
Yeah, we found that out. They just retired Scotty's number in Chicago.
Well-deserved.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Good complimentary player to Michael Jordan for many, many years, but a great player in his own right.
So Kobe gets 1 out of 2. It's 15-12. Lakers by 3. The Rockets, we worried about where they would find the points. The problem, McGrady has only 2, and he hasn't hit a field goal yet. He's 0 for 4. Luther Head dribbles it off his foot and gets back on defense. Lucci in that pile. Kwame Brown gives it up to Kobe Bryant. Will fire a three and hit. Kobe Bryant with his first field goal of the game. All of his points had come from the free throw line. He has 8. And this is the biggest lead of the game for LA, 6 points. McGrady trying to get a step on Devin George. He does, and up and in. Well, it's tough to call on Devin George because he's a big guy at 6'8", but he does have the size to give McGrady some problems.
And the quickness, Bill. It's a good luxury by the Los Angeles Lakers to have George put on McGrady, because McGrady is still guarding Kobe on the other end.
Isolation for Kobe Bryant. Luke Walton will fire up a 3 because he had to. McGrady with a rebound. The shot clock was down to about 2 seconds. George really giving McGrady fits, and Tracy behind the three-point line is fouled. He'll shoot 3. Don't foul the jump shooter behind the three-point line.
How many times have you heard that? But yet it happens game after game.
Tracy's one of the best, isn't he, Clyde, at drawing that foul on the jump shot?
He does, because he knows how to jump away, but at least give you a part of his body to foul. And it still never affects his shot. Have you noticed that, Bill?
Yeah,
He still gets off his shot with great consistency. Pretty much the same shot, but he knows how to draw that foul.
Clyde, in the course of a season, there's some games you're just not meant to win because of the schedule. And this is one of those games where everybody looked at it and said, boy, the 4th game in 5 nights, you're playing against the Lakers. You expect the Rockets to be a little tired playing without Yao Ming, yet they're hanging tough down by only 1.
They're doing it on the defensive end of the court, Bill. Because the Lakers are not an offensive machine either.
Yeah.
They have trouble scoring as well.
Kobe gets it into Devin George. Good pass from Kobe Bryant. And the one thing McGrady has learned to do on this road trip, he's had 7 assists or better in 4 of the 5 games. McGrady also using his teammates very well also. Down to Stromile Swift inside, and he hooks it around to Kimby with a rebound, and he missed a dunk shot. He may be a little out of gas. He's played the whole way. Juricic from the corner. There's a young man, only 21 years old. He played on the Slovenian junior team. He is a heck of a shooter, and he's getting more and more minutes. They love him here in L.A. Timeout Houston, 9:17 left to play in the second quarter, and the Lakers are up by 6. Lakers by 6 in the second quarter. The Staples Center in a rare back-to-back L.A. performance for Houston. It's been 6 years since the Rockets have played the Clippers and Lakers back-to-back on the same weekend. Lonnie Baxter now will come in for Houston. I like this substitution for Jeff Van Gundy. Baxter had some good minutes in the preseason, but he has not played in the regular season.
See, the Lakers have gotten 7 points off turnovers. That's pretty much the difference in this game, Bill. Lonnie Baxter, I think that's a good opportunity for him to show what he can do in the absence of Yao Ming.
Little zone defense by the Lakers, tipped out of bounds by L.A. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rockets are stuck on 17 points, 23% shooting. Baxter hooks it up. It won't go down, and Kobe Bryant. Luke Walton will back it out to Bryant. Walton inside, and he missed the shot. Kwame Brown runs it down. He's very active tonight.
Very active, and he's proven to be a pretty decent rebounder. And that's exactly what he's doing tonight, Bill.
What he is 6'11".
And young.
And Moochie Norris is called for the foul, trying to stay with Kobe Bryant. Rockets can't score. That's the problem. We knew it going in, and if somebody can't get that shot up to go in the basket, the Rockets going to be in a lot of trouble tonight.
especially with Tracy McGrady out of the game now. They have to find someone who's able to put the ball in the basket.
Vujacic puts up the jumper, rims it out, an offensive rebound for Luke Walton. He'll do a lot of that stuff. Nice pass inside. Luther Head on the attack. Mucci drew the foul. So the Lakers now, Vujacic and LaRon Prophet, who had that last basket along with Kwame Brown. Prophet runs that baseline.
See Luke Walton with the great pass and Prophet with the quick finish. That's one of the keys in the NBA. When you get underneath the basket with all those trees, you got to put it up there quick.
Coming out on Luther Head. Luther on the drive, stolen by Kobe Bryant. Mucci's the only guy down there. Vujacic puts it up for two. And now the Lakers are starting to pull away. 27-17, largest lead of the game for LA. Boy, the Rockets are battling to try to get to 30 points here at halftime. Stromile Swift swarming defense by the Lakers. Now Swift working on Luke Walton. Now that should be easy picking.
Yeah, even with the double team, he was able to get that off. Just a great move by Stromile. But I tell you, the Lakers are playing really great defense.
Steal by Luther Head. Luther got to get control of the ball. He couldn't do it. Now he gives it up to Ryan Bowen. Thank heavens, Ryan ran the length of the court to get the basket. Luther couldn't find the handle.
A hustling Ryan Bowen. That's just a heads-up play.
And a good steal by Luther Head. So the Rockets back-to-back baskets. Luke Walton steps back and fires, and he misses. And the rebound to Mucci. Mucci turns the corner, picks out Luther Head. Luther back to Mooch. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside to Lonnie Baxter, and he missed the jump hook. Kobe Bryant on the attack. Kwame Brown much bigger than Lonnie Baxter, trying to take advantage of that down low. And he does. Lonnie Baxter 6'8", Kwame Brown just under 7 feet tall, and he used his bulk that time to get good position. Stromile Swift not able to post up, and a whistle and a foul on Luke Walton. Well, that's the third team foul on the Lakers. The Rockets have two. We have a timeout on the court. 5:59 left to play in the first half. The Rockets stuck on 21 points. Lakers up by 8 here in the second period.
A great combination. It's a great steal by Luther Head. There he is taking off. He loses the handle a little bit. Sasha's back and he gives it to Ryan Bowen for the finish. Great job by the rookie.
So the Rockets will send out Lonnie Baxter, Stromile Swift, Ryan Bowen, Moochie Norris, and Luther Head. And Luther with 2 points as he gets it into Mooch. Mooch matched up with Vujacic. Stromile posting up on Luke Walton. And Head misses the three. Stromile's not holding his position. He's allowing Walton to front him. You've got to get your body more spread out. There's a steal by Mucci. He's got Ryan Bowen. He's got Stromile Swift. And, of course, you want to get it to the highlight reel.
He's a human highlight film on the fast break. He will give you 2 of those a game, Bill. Guaranteed.
You know who we used to call the original? Who was the original?
Dominic Wilkins.
You got it. That was really a highlight. There's a block by Stromile Swift on LaRon Prophet. Luther Head on the drive, looking for help. Swift takes it inside, tried to dunk it over Mim, and the Rockets get a fresh 24. Good hustle by Ryan Bowen as always. Luther Head sets up the play. 5:05 left to play. Luther will fire it up and in. Three-pointer for Luther Head. Number 2 among the NBA rookies in three-point shooting. He's been off a little bit, and they're doing this with Tracy McGrady on the bench. 4:50 left. 29-26. Lakers. Kobe picked up on the double team. Now he passes down low to Mim, and Lonnie Baxter made Mim change that shot a little bit.
Lonnie Baxter was giving him a little push in the back there. Got away with it.
Always helps. Mucci takes it inside. No whistle, and knocked out of the hand of Lonnie Baxter. Nope, they're going to say he knocked it out of bounds. So the Lakers get the basketball as Smush Parker checks back into the game, as does Lamar Odom. You know, the problem with Lamar Odom, he's so well-rounded, he never shoots. Sometimes he forgets to shoot.
He does so many things that are great on the basketball court. He passes, he rebounds, he defends, he does it all. He can score, Bill. He can score in bunches, but he's so unselfish, and that's the reason why his teammates love him.
All right, Laron Prophet looking for Mim inside. Parker swings it around to Luke Walton. Now to Kobe. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Bryant puts it up and in. The degree of difficulty for Bryant and T-Mac is rather high. They'll make shots nobody else can make.
On a consistent basis.
Oops. Ryan Bowen throws it away. Bryant with another steal. He'll be one of the leaders in steals every year. Smush Parker with a three. Well, Parker came right back into the game, and he hits a three-pointer. There's a young man that went down to the CBA. He played a couple of years of minor league ball and worked his way using the summer league back into the NBA. Smush Parker had. And knocked out of bounds by the Lakers.
Smush Parker is averaging 11.7 points a game, Bill. The third leading scorer on this Laker team, and it's because he can really shoot the ball.
T-Mac checks back into the game along with Juwan Howard. Devin George will come in because T-Mac did. And Prophet will go out. So it'll be Howard Swift, Mucci, Luther Head, and Tracy McGrady. McGrady only 1 for 5 from the field. They've done a pretty good job on him, but you don't say that very long, do you?
He comes right in and lets them know that he's back.
34-28 Lakers. Kobe back outside to Parker. Parker misses, and Mim knocks it out of bounds. He had the inside position. Good call. Well, he changed his call.
Some referees just love to be a homer.
Denny Adams changed his call. Actually, he said white team, so we'll take him at his word.
Just pointing the wrong way.
Yeah. Lamar Odom, way out on the perimeter. He's a good ball handler. Trying to get it into Mim, and stolen by Luther Head. That Luther Head is going to lead the league in steals one day.
He's so quick, Bill.
Throw a mile too hard. Good pickup by Mucci. Devin George with a three. So the Lakers are shooting 50% from behind the three-point line, 4 for 8 for the Lakers. The Rockets are 1 for 7 behind the arc. That's not unusual. The Rockets get outshot from behind the three-point line almost every game. Luther Head won't be.
This guy can light it up, Bill.
Well, he's been around 50% from the three-point line the whole season until this road trip. He ran into a dry spell, but he's still over 40% from the three-point line. And the whistle, timeout taken by L.A. 2:08 left to play in the second quarter. It's the Lakers 37, the Rockets 31 on FSN Houston. Lakers 6-point lead, 2:08 left to play in the second quarter. Come on, Clyde, don't lie to me. You hire somebody to do that for you. Come on.
I'll go online December 23rd.
Everybody at home, raise your hand if you believe me. If you believe Clyde shops for himself, raise your hand.
It's unanimous. They believe me.
No, they believe me. Kobe with the running one-hander. 12 points for Kobe Bryant. Smush Parker matched up on Mucci Norris. Now Devin George trying to stop T-Mac with help from Lamar Odom. So the double team coming around, making it difficult. Strohmile's got to come out and want that ball. Smush Parker to the basket. Well, I like the looks of this young kid. This first time I've seen him, but he is really playing some good basketball for L.A. Parker with 9 points.
He's a young kid, too, Bill. It's not like he's an old-fashioned fella. He's a young kid who I think he left school early.
Yeah, he did.
Left the NBA draft, and I tell you what, he's got tremendous potential.
He had to sit out a year at Fordham, then played 1 year. Here's Odom off the Houston turnover, and he's fouled going to the basket. So Lamar Odom will shoot a couple of free throws. That's Tracy McGrady, and that's his 3rd foul of the game.
Great deflection by Chris Mim. Bush Parker with the spin move, and he takes it to the basket.
Now, what I was talking about, am I wrong? Strohmeyer has to be more definite on that post-up, doesn't he? He's got to come out and want the ball.
He's got to give him a bigger target.
Yeah.
Because if the passer makes a mistake and he doesn't get the ball, it's on the passer. So Strohmeyer has got to give them a big target and give them confidence to know they can throw it into him, and the pass will be completed.
Lakers are 8 for 12 from the free throw line. L.A. now on a 13-5 run. The Rockets don't want them to run off and hide here with 1 minute left to play in the first half. It's a real struggle for the Rockets to try to score. Down to Strohmeyer Swift, working inside on Chris Mim. George comes over to help. Parker fouls McGrady. That's only the 14th foul on L.A. So the Rockets will bring it in. Both teams are now in the penalty for the final 48 seconds.
It's been more of a defensive struggle for both teams, Phil. But I'm sure in the second half, we'll see it pick it up on both ends of the court.
Got to hit this shot right here. Moochie misses. The Rockets just aren't hitting. Say what you want to, but McGrady can't score all the points. And the Rockets are going to get a break here, as it will be Houston's ball.
They could use other resources for scoring.
Yeah.
Other guys have just got to step it up. Bottom line.
Rockets are shooting 31%. You don't beat anybody shooting 31%. McGrady's short. And the rebound to McGrady. McGrady blocked by Chris Mim. Kobe Bryant blocked by McGrady. Rockets have the fast break. Luther Head steps behind the three-point line and misses. And Moochie with the rebound. Rockets have had a lot of second chance opportunities. They just can't get the ball to fall. 8 seconds down to 7. Kobe on McGrady. McGrady back outside. Luther Head gets it off in time and misses the shot. Another missed shot for Houston. The Houston Rockets shoot only 28% in the first half. Unbelievable. Lakers didn't score that many points. They've got 42. But they lead by 11. Stay with us. Tonight's Lexus Halftime Report comes your way after the break. We're at halftime. The Lakers lead at 42-31. We knew without Yao Ming playing tonight, and Derek Anderson already at home, and Barry and Rafer Alston. And why don't you score some points? What's he? You better come on. If he starts talking that trash talk with us, you better come over here and sit here.
To shoot the ball tonight.
I hate to joke with him, but the Rockets are shooting only 28%.
I tell you, without Yao, they've had a tough time putting the ball in the hole. The second half, they've got to find a source other than Tracy McGrady where they can score some points, Bill.
The only highlights we can show you are on the Lakers side, and Smush Parker has 9 points, and the only player in double figures in this game is Kobe Bryant.
I tell you what, Smush Parker, here he is off the spin dribble, looking mighty good, putting the ball in the basket. Kobe Bryant, he's done it all. 12 points tonight in the first half. The only guy, as you said, in double figures, but he's been very efficient. Here he is kissing it off the backboard for another bucket. It's been a low-scoring contest, but I think that works in the favor of the Houston Rockets because their whole mission is to keep it close and give themselves an opportunity to steal the game in the end.
Okay, we'll be back with the second half for you in just a moment. Here tonight's Bud Light first half stats. Not much to look at. Really, there isn't.
6 assists. That's kind of a telltale sign, and that's not because they're not passing the ball, Bill.
Yeah.
Because no one can put it in the basket.
Well, your two superstars. Now, Tracy is playing the 4th game in 5 nights. Kobe's had a little time to rest on this homestand. Tracy, I think, is just flat running out of gas. He was hurt. He got out of shape. He's trying to play his way back into shape. He's played almost every minute of every game on this road trip.
But check out what Tracy was able to do on this particular play, Bill. Kobe Bryant drives right, and Tracy says, "Give me that."
Kind of lulled behind him. Well,
so he may be weary, but he's a competitor.
Well, yesterday he had 25 points in the first half, but finished with only 29. Maybe he's saving the 25 here for the second half tonight. Huh?
I'm thinking that's what he's thinking. But because it certainly worked well in the first 4 games on the road, he picked it up in the second half and was able to win the game.
You know what he has done? He's sharing the ball. He's getting the double team from the Lakers, and when he does, he gives it to the open man. The problem is the Rockets can't hit any shots, and so does that get frustrating when you keep giving the ball up?
Very frustrating because they're leaving other guys open. They're doubling and tripling him, and the guys can't put it in the basket. So what you have to do, Bill, is have confidence in your teammates and keep giving them those open looks, and hopefully they'll knock them down in the second half.
T-Mac trying to bounce it into Mutombo. Knocked out of bounds by the Lakers. 6 seconds on the shot clock. There just isn't that crispness, that ball movement by Houston tonight that we've seen on this road trip. The ball is stopping.
The legs are weary, the mind is weary, but still, they're fighting, Bill. I like the attitude and the effort.
McGrady. And actually, that ball did hit the rim. They did not reset the shot clock, but Ryan Bowen made it anyway.
Ryan knocks it down. That's the way we started the first period, and that's the way we start the third.
Ryan's the best shooter on the team right now. He's 3 for 6 for 50%. Chris Mihm misses. And over the back, Brian Cook. That was pretty obvious there.
There's no denying that one.
So Juwan Howard will bring it in to David Wesley. David still looking for his first field goal of the night. He's 0 for 3. Of course, he's been called on to play point guard with Rafer Alston on the injured list. Rafer's injury hasn't come around as fast as the Rockets would hope. McGrady to the basket for 2, and he's fouled. Boy, he would not be denied when he turned that corner.
He turned that corner, and it got a little physical turning the corner, but nevertheless, he stayed the course. Here's Tracy, he and Kobe going at it, turns the corner, and he continues to put that head down, and he finishes strong. And gets a chance at an and one the old-fashioned way, Bill.
You know, Cook made the cardinal sin of coming out to double, but he didn't seal him off.
Didn't seal him off, and also Kobe should have gone behind the pick. Could have met him on the other side.
So the Rockets with 5 early points to start this third quarter to get back into this game. We haven't played a minute and a half yet. Now Kobe on the wing. McGrady has 3 fouls. Kobe takes it in, draws the foul. And the foul is called on David Wesley. Second foul on David. He came over to help McGrady out on the double team, and Bryant has 5 of his 12 points from the free throw line here tonight.
He's a very efficient scorer. He knows that he doesn't want to depend on all outside shots for the bulk of his scoring. He mixes it up. He has a mid-range game. He goes to the basket. He wants to get to the line and make it as easy as possible, Bill.
His daddy played, of course, in the early 70s with the Houston Rockets, Jelly Bean Bryant.
Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. When I was a kid at Sunday Recreation, Jelly Bean would be the guy who would always pick me to play with the pros. So I'll never forget Joe Bryant, Kobe's dad.
Joe just happened to be on the worst Rocket team ever. It won only 14 games the year he played. Of course, they were able to draft Ralph Sampson the next year. There's McGrady giving it up to Ryan Bowen. Ryan puts up a 3, and it hits the shot clock.
That's kind of the way things have gone tonight.
Sure has.
But if you can remember, Bill, the year the Rockets won 14 games, Phi Slamma Jamma was at the peak of their popularity, and everyone thought in the city that we were a better team than the Rockets that year. But I'm here to tell you, there's no way a college team could ever compete with a professional team.
Good hustle by Ryan Bowen as he gets the steal for Houston. Well, you're right about that. There's not a college team around that can beat the worst pro team.
Exactly.
McGrady turns the corner, and Ryan is open again, and he misses. That's going to happen every possession just about, because that's the way they're setting their defenses now. If you're going to help out with a double team on Tracy, you're going to give up a shot, and it's usually Ryan's man. Now Ryan's got to try to slow down Kobe Bryant, and it's a two-pointer for Kobe. So it's back to a 10-point Laker lead. Rockets, of course, after winning 14 games early in the 70s, picked up Ralph Sampson and then picked up Akeem the following year. There's the miss by McGrady.
And they were very tough with the Twin Towers.
Cook hustles down the court, and McGrady's got to pick up his fourth foul of the game. Now Jeff Van Gundy's got a problem.
He's got a real problem. They're having problems scoring with Tracy on the floor because they're doubling and tripling him. With him not on the court, I don't know, Bill. It could get real ugly.
Lutherhead has checked into the game for Houston now. David Wesley hits his first shot of the game. Boy, come on, David. We need a few more of those.
We told him, Bill, that you got to score, David, and certainly he comes right out.
Oh, I told him either score or sit over there with us. There's a basket by Kobe. He's starting to warm up now. 18 points for Bryant. Jeff Van Gundy is not happy at all with the Rockets' defense, and he calls a timeout. 8:50 left to play in the third quarter, and the Lakers up 50-39. Back to the Staples Center as Phil Jackson talking it over with the Lakers. Got a veteran staff with him. Frank Hamblin, Brian Shaw, Craig Hodges. And, of course, the old veteran, Tex Winter, taught that triangle offense to Phil Jackson. And Tex happened to be the head coach of the Rockets in '71 when the Rockets team beat the Lakers in Waco. And I'll never forget that because that was the year the Lakers won 69 games. They went 69-13, and one of those defeats came to the Rockets in Waco. The Rockets were playing all over the state back in '71. They were playing at the Astro Hall. They were playing in Waco.
Hopkins.
The heart of Texas. They were playing at Hopkins, and they were playing in San Antonio, too.
Wow.
So we got an illegal defense. It's called on Chris Mims. I remember Tex Winter telling the story of trying to teach the triple post offense to a team that had Elvin, Rudy, and Calvin. Now, you have to make a lot of passes. And they said that Elvin would get the ball early and just shoot that fall-away jump shot.
There was no need. With Calvin, Elvin, and Rudy, he had no chance.
There was a little bit of conversation as to who was going to shoot the ball.
3 gunners.
Obviously, it did not work. Tex, one of the really nice guys, and he had some great success running that offense for Phil at Chicago and here at L.A. Another miss by Houston, and Brian Cook from the outside. He misses, and McGrady picks up his 4th rebound of the game. Deke trying to set a pick. McGrady goes to the glass, and 4 Lakers surrounding McGrady. Did you see that? 4 Lakers chasing Tracy McGrady.
Here's Tracy taking it in. And after the contact, Kobe swats it out, of course.
It's hard to spot who fouled him, but they gave it to Chris Mihm. There were 4 Lakers around him. That's the second on Mihm.
But Tracy's doing the right thing. He's taking the ball to the basket because this team needs to score.
Yeah.
And the aggressiveness is paying off.
Well, Tracy has just done it all. He's averaged right at 30 points a game on this road trip. Remember, he missed the 8 games with the bad back, and he's trying to play his way back into shape and score the majority of the points. McGrady has 13 points tonight. Chris Mims gets a double team. Back inside to Parker. Good smart move by Smush Parker. His man went to the double team on Mim, and he took it right inside to the basket. Parker with 11. Parker plays well with Kobe Bryant, doesn't he?
He does. He's a good complementary player. He seems to understand the game, Bill. And that's the difference in a lot of these young players. You got to let the game come to you. They seem to force it. Here's a double team by Luther Head, leaving his man wide open. And the weak side, mainly David Wesley, should have been there to cover for Luther Head on the double team. And that's just a part of communicating and great team defense.
That was an excellent pass by Chris Mims, and he just picked up his third foul on that last possession. Rockets will go back to McGrady again. Got a nice fake on Bryant. Takes it to the basket. Lost it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mutombo misses. Juwan Howard yanks it out of the air. David Wesley with a head fake. Repositions. David. Back-to-back field goals for Wesley as he comes to the party.
We could really use some scoring from David Wesley.
Boy, yes indeed.
At this point.
10-point Laker lead. Lamar Odom misses the shot. Juwan Howard with the rebound. It was only the second shot taken by Lamar Odom tonight. Oh, you got a 6'10" guy like that?
He doesn't seem to be very interested in his offense this year, Bill. I think Phil Jackson has sold him on being a total consummate team player.
3 seconds down to 2 on the shot clock. Wesley off the glass for another basket. David Wesley coming alive now. We told him he'd either sit over there next to us or start playing, and he's starting to shoot.
I think that's a good move because that's what he gets paid to do.
Odom with a miss. The rebound. Luther Head comes out of there with a basketball. Rockets can get a little closer. McGrady with a three-pointer, and Tracy makes it a 5-point game. And the Rockets are shooting themselves right back into it. 16 points for T-Mac. Kobe takes it down low to Odom. Odom blocked by Mutombo. And a whistle. And a foul call, I guess. They haven't given us. Foul is called on Mutombo and a technical on Lamar Odom. And there is a little elbow by Odom on Mutombo, and that's what they called him for the tee. So David Wesley.
They're mixing it up down there, Bill.
I'll say one thing about Mutombo. He's not going to take a back seat to anybody.
Well, he's a very physical player who loves to mix it up.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that makes his day.
Dikembe has been around forever in this league. Mutombo went to Georgetown, of course. This is his 15th year in the NBA. Bryant uses that pick by Mim. They switch it around to Parker. Back to Bryant again. 5 on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant shoots it from way downtown, and Luther Head runs it down, and the Rockets now trailing by only 4 points. David Wesley takes it inside, sets up Luther Head for a 3, and the Rockets have scored 9 points in a row. The Lakers call a timeout. 5:34 left to play, and look what happens when your teammates start to hit some shots.
Great penetration by David Wesley, and Luther Head knocks it down.
Houston Rockets on an 11-0 run, outscored the Lakers by 10 to start this third quarter. Time to check in on tonight's AIG Big Man Watch. And Dikembe Mutombo has taken only 2 shots, and Chris Mims is 0 for 5. So not a lot of offense between those two. The big guy right now, the big guys for Houston, David Wesley with 8 of his 10 points here in this third quarter. And Luther Head with a couple of threes, so Head with 11, Wesley with 10, McGrady with 16, and the Rockets are right back in it.
Right back in it, Bill. You make a couple of shots finally, and it's almost a tie game. after shooting miserably in the first half.
Well, that's because the Lakers are no juggernaut. They're not going to run off and hide usually, and they'll leave you around a little bit. You've just got to make shots. As Devin George now in the game, along with Kwame Brown, comes in for Mim. So it's going to be Odom bringing the ball up. And this is something he can do very well. He's a 6'10" point forward. And they're going to post him up right away. Back to Parker. That's missing. And Juwan Howard and the Rockets, believe it or not, with a chance to take the lead. Go to Luther Head. Luther back outside. McGrady. Kwame Brown tries to slow him down, gives up ground, and McGrady hits, and the Rockets have taken the lead by a point. 13-0 run by Houston. And a steal by Luther Head, his third steal of the game. Back down the other end to Wesley. Rockets will set up the offense. T-Mac will have the ball to start. Picked up by Devin George. Now Kwame Brown comes out. Oh, nice pass to Dikembe Mutombo, and a jump ball. As Kwame Brown tied him up. What a great defensive play by Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown made a wonderful defensive play there. Here he is getting out on the pick and roll and going back and tying up Mutombo for the jump ball. Just a wonderful effort by a good young player who's trying to find an identity in this league.
Deke normally fakes. He went right up that time, and now I see why he usually fakes. Well, who's going to win the jump? And Mutombo wins it. T-Mac picked up by Devin George. Nice pass. Juwan Howard's got to knock it down, and now the Rockets are starting to hit some shots. A 15-0 Houston run, and the Rockets are up by 3. What a comeback by your Rockets. Kobe working on T-Mac. T-Mac's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. Tracy. And he draws the foul from David Wesley. Boy, if you just look at Kobe Bryant, they're going to blow a whistle.
I wonder how that happened. Here's a replay. Kobe with the pump fake. David Wesley with the foul. And thankfully, if there was a foul, luckily they called it on David Wesley instead of T-Mac.
All ball, wasn't it?
All ball.
That's my eyes deceive me here.
It's called a home court call. And very few players in the league get those.
Well, this young Zach Zarba, of course, there it is right there now.
All ball.
He knocked the ball out of his hands, but that was a great reaction by Bryant to get the ball back so that he could shoot it. And he gets both free throws. Kobe has been to the line 10 times already. He's 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Rockets still holding a 1-point lead. Luther Head to the basket, lays it up and in. Luther Head. He has the ability to get all the way to the basket. Parker to Lamar Odom. Back to Parker again. And knocked out of bounds by Houston.
That was not a popular call.
Well, they call a little touch foul. Look at, he's got his hands all over Kwame Brown. No call here, but they called it on Kobe a minute ago. Here's Bryant now with the double team. They go to Kwame Brown. Made him rush his shot, and the rebound goes to McGrady. Takes it away from Lamar Odom. Juwan Howard backing Odom down with a little jump hook short. And Odom will bring it up. 3-on-3 fast break. Odom cut off. Good play. Juwan Howard knocked it away into the hands of McGrady. McGrady back to Wesley. Takes his time and hits. David Wesley has been on fire. 11 points for David Wesley in this third quarter. And the Houston Rockets, with their biggest lead of the game, 6 points with 3 minutes left in the period. The Houston Rockets on a 20-2 run here in this third period, and David Wesley has been the man offensively, but watch Luther Head's defense.
Here's Lamar Odom bringing it down. Luther Head cuts him off, and from behind, Juwan Howard flicks it away right to Tracy McGrady. Just great team defense by the Houston Rockets. Tracy draws the double team, gives it back to David Wesley. Oh, he knocks it down. He's on fire, Bill. He took your advice. We told him at the half to make some shots or else you're coming over here with us.
Well, he came, stuck his head in our stand-up, and you were visibly missed. Stealing minutes from Clyde Drexler is never a good idea, whether it's on the court or while he's sitting in a stool. But Wesley has hit 11 of his 13 points in this quarter. And check the guys' night out. It's coming up Wednesday night. The Rockets host the Raptors. Guys' night out pack start at $52, include 2 tickets, 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 large beers or sodas, and 2 Rockets prizes. So get yours by calling 713-627-DUNK or visit Rockets.com. I'm telling you, he's still upset with us. He just threw a towel at me.
He threw a towel at Bill.
David Wesley.
Bill, you got him fired up.
I can't help it.
We need to do this every game.
It's time for him to come to the game. Luke Walton is checked in now. Bryant shoots it over Wesley. Missed it. And Uicic gets the rebound. Sasha had a good first half. He and Walton are in the game along with Tommy Brown. Devin George, who has it now, looking for Bryant. That's always the first option. Kobe picked up by McGrady. And Wesley knocks it out of the hands of Bryant. Bryant has to put it up, and he got it. Oh, what a move by Kobe Bryant.
That's just all-out hustle there and determination, Bill. But what spurred that was the opportunity to get a second chance from the offensive rebound.
Uicic is in there to try to cool Wesley off. Brady steps back. 2:08 left to play in the quarter. McGrady gets around Devin George. Hook pass inside, and Mutombo couldn't catch it. Luke Walton comes out of there with a basketball over to Kobe Bryant, and he walked, but a whistle away from the ball. Juwan Howard is called for fouling Kwame Brown. That's the 15th foul on Houston. Both teams are in the penalty. Now, Kwame Brown was not a good free throw shooter at Washington. He's only 48% here. So this could be an adventure.
That is what I would call a paint chipping experience.
Man, that is the worst free throw I've seen since Shaq. I mean, he tore the glass up. And he'll have one more. Hey, that looked good.
That's
good
better.
And here comes pressure now. That's what Walton, Uicic, and George are in the game for. Try to put a little pressure on the Houston guards. Moochie Norris is in the game. Has to get it across. 8 seconds. He just did beat it. Moochie with a lot of dribbling. Gives it up. There's Wesley open again. David Wesley! David Wesley! Oh, my goodness. 15 points. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take credit for this.
Bill, you are the man. Wesley makes the shot, and he looks right over at Bill. How you like that?
He got mad at me, didn't he? There's Luke Walton back to Uicic. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Devin George takes it down. Kwame Brown working on deep. Back outside, Uicic gets the 3, rims it out. Juwan Howard really worked hard for that rebound. Juwan with 7 boards now. Here's Wesley back the other way. And an offensive foul on Wesley. Thought he was in the circle.
Here's a replay. David going strong, taking it to the basket, just outside the circle. Great move by Kobe Bryant to get there with his body and not move very much.
That's 4 fouls on Wesley, 4 fouls on McGrady. The Rockets, under a minute left to play in the quarter. Uicic looking for Kwame Brown. That's not there. They're always looking for Kobe. Rockets have done a good job. They'll go to Kwame. Kwame looking for Kobe. Spins inside, jumps it up, missed it, and the rebound to Mutombo. Great defense by Houston. The Rockets can go quickly 2 for 1 here if they so choose. Head on the perimeter. Giving it up to Juwan, double team. Luther is open, fires a three. Luther hits a three. A barrage of shots by the Houston Rockets. Offense has come alive in this quarter. Luther Head with 16 points. Kobe will have 9 seconds left.
I'll tell you, Bill, by not having Yao Ming, the offense is a little unpredictable. It's giving the Lakers trouble because they're making shots.
Devin George misses at the buzzer. Wow. David Wesley, Luther Head, Tracy McGrady, Juwan Howard have exploded. A 34-15 third quarter by Houston, and the Rockets head for the final 12 minutes with an 8-point lead. The Houston Rockets with 5 3-pointers in the third quarter, doubling up the Lakers 34-15. David Wesley with 13 of his 15 points. Now, if you're looking ahead to the fourth quarter, there you see the numbers so far in this game. But it's going to be the T-Mac Kobe show if this holds true to form. In the fourth quarter this season, McGrady and Bryant, two of the tops in scoring in the fourth quarter.
They are the go-to man, Bill, and if this game gets to the point where it is close, nip and tuck, look for those two guys to take over the game.
Rockets defense was excellent. The Lakers only won for the last 11 shots. The Rockets during that time in the final 7:46 of the third quarter outscored the Lakers 25-5. And here we go, Devin George, Vujic, Luke Walton, Laron Profit. So there's no Kobe, there's no Tracy to start this fourth quarter. Shot clock down to 3 seconds, down to 2. Profit has to put it up. He missed it, and the rebound to Mutombo. So Mutombo with 7 rebounds. Juwan Howard with 7. 34 rebounds for Houston, 28 for the Lakers. Luther Head. Back to Wesley. Wesley drops it down to Mutombo. Mutombo and Kwame Brown. 7 on the shot clock. Moochie's got to make it happen. He dribbles inside, sets up Luther Head for another 3, and he missed it.
Good execution that time on the part of the Houston Rockets. They got the open shot, they just didn't knock it down.
Kwame Brown comes out high on the triple post. Over to Luke Walton. He'll fire it up. He misses, and Mutombo with his 8th rebound of the game. The Lakers are 1 for their last 13 from the field. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Luther Head looking for the drive, back out to Moochie. Moochie on the drive, lost the ball. Twelfth turnover by the Rockets. 9 turnovers by the Lakers, and Moochie Norris with the foul. Well, with McGrady and Kobe on the bench, these two teams are looking around like, who's going to score?
It's like a chess match, Bill. They're feeling each other out, trying to see who's going to put up some points early in the fourth period, because they know that this game could get out of hand if they're the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, if the Rockets could run off about 5 or 6 in a row here and force the Lakers into a timeout, it would get interesting. Vujic from the deep corner. He misses. And the ball gets back out in the hands of Walton, a fresh 24 for the Lakers. Kwame Brown takes it inside, lost the ball, but a foul is called on Mutombo.
Mutombo can't believe it.
Well, if you wanted Kwame Brown to be somewhere, it would be on the free throw line. He's only a 48% free throw shooter. That's the 3rd foul on deep. Brown was the first high school player ever taken as the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
And still trying to find that identity, Bill, because the #1 pick, you're not just expected to just come in and be a regular member of the team. You're expected to somewhat dominate.
That was Michael Jordan's choice. It cost him any future thoughts of being a general manager, and it sent Doug Collins back to the broadcast booth. That's what that pick did. Moochie Norris looking inside. The Lakers have picked up their defense now. It's a good defensive team in there by L.A. Rockets got to find a way to score. Hook pass inside Mutombo, and a great play by David Wesley. That is the first basket by a center tonight in this game. How about that? Inside, ball stripped by the Mooch. Moochie on the fast break will pull it out. Give it back to David Wesley. Mutombo hasn't crossed the midcourt line yet. Now there he is in your picture. Jawan hits it from the outside. Jawan Howard. Oh my goodness. Everybody stepping up big now for the Houston Rockets. You said everybody had to step up. That was one of your keys, Clyde.
It's got to happen. That's the only way you can win on the road.
Ron Profit lost it out of bounds. Oh, a late whistle. And a foul called on Houston. Where was he going to go?
He had nowhere to go, Bill. That was more of a bailout call. Here's Jawan taking over, the wily veteran. Sees he has an opportunity and knocks down the open jumper.
Jawan 4 for 8 from the field. McGrady has checked into the game now for Houston. That is the third team foul on the Rockets. The Lakers have not been whistled for a foul in this quarter so far with 8:56 left to play. Profit back into the corner to Walton. And Walton hits a three-pointer. That's a big shot. That keeps them within 8. McGrady, Luther Head. Jawan Howard, Mutombo, and Moochie Norris. They go to McGrady. McGrady gets a double team. Shot clock at 7 seconds. To Mutombo from the wing. He missed it. And the rebound to Walton. Vujacic on the drive down the lane for 2. Sasha Vujacic went around Mutombo. 5 points in a row now by the Lakers, and that forces Jeff Van Gundy to call a timeout. 8:03 left to play, and the Lakers hanging tough, now by 6. Rockets up by 6 with 8:03 left to play. Well, the Rockets are shooting only 41% from the field, but look how far they had to come. They shot 28% in the first half, 60% in the third quarter.
And that's how you get back into the game, Bill. You make shots.
The Lakers shooting only 27% in the second half. Kobe Bryant is back in the game now for the Lakers. David Wesley is back in for Houston. Wesley had that terrific 13-point third quarter. I hope he hasn't cooled off. Evan George trying to stay with McGrady. And an offensive foul called on Jawan Howard. Well, Evan George is banging on Bryant every dribble.
Tracy
on Tracy McGrady.
He never gets a break.
Yeah.
George is a very physical defender to begin with, and he's holding and grabbing every chance he gets, which is what's to be expected. Tracy McGrady is an excellent offensive player.
Going to Luke Walton now. Shot clock at 6 seconds. Walton on the drive. He's cut off at the baseline. Kwame Brown doesn't want the shot. 2 seconds down to 1. Devin George takes it from the parking lot. That's a 24-second shot violation. Good defense by Houston. Keep it in the hands of the guys who don't want to shoot it. That's 3 for 17 now for the Lakers, and they're still in this game. So the Rockets need to continue to put some points on the board. T-Mac will post up now on George. T-Mac takes it inside, swinging around. Is Wesley still hot? And he just misses off the rim. George with the rebound. Boy, that was right on.
Right on. Keep shooting. That's my motto.
Shoot yourself in it.
That's right.
Kobe. Back over to Devin George. George misses on the 3. The rebound knocked out of bounds by the Lakers. Oh, come on. Luther Ball swatted away from him. It was swatted back at the other goal.
Nevertheless, it's good hustle by the rookie in Luther Head.
24 on the shot clock. Fresh shot clock for the Lakers. Walton now will get it up to Bryant. Bryant going to his right, back to Vujacic. Over to Walton. Walton checks the clock, walks it in, and shot it right over Strohmeyer Swift.
Great move by Luke Walton, who's, of course, the son of NBA legend Bill Walton. So he's got some pretty good genes there.
Yes, he does. LA's on a 7-0 run now. The Rockets need to stop it with a basket. 7 on the shot clock. McGrady. Walton blocked that shot.
Got a hand on it. Yes, he did.
Bryant to the middle. And the basket doesn't count. A blocking foul is called on Tracy McGrady, and that's his 5th foul of the game.
Great move by Luke Walton. Takes it in all the way with the right hand, off the glass. His teammate, Luke Walton, with a piece of the ball. Good deflection.
That's a foul. Clyde, he hit him right on the wrist.
We see it every night, Bill.
Well, why can't the referee see it?
That's the $1 million question.
This is Bryant's 11th and 12th free throws of the game. Tracy's got 8. He'll sit down now. He has to with 5 fouls. He's got 18 points. And Kobe Bryant will be shooting one more. So here's a run now, 9-0 run by the Lakers, 69-67, 2-point Houston lead. 5:55 left to play in the game. Rockets have got to find somebody to hit the shot. Luther Head on the pass-off is fouled. That's only the first foul called on LA in this quarter, and we're halfway through it. So we got a timeout going right down to the wire. Rockets up by 2. Lakers on a 9-0 run, close to within 2. 5:45 left to play in the game. Let's take a look at tonight's Wachovia Bank moment. Clyde?
Here he is. Juwan Howard gets the rebound, takes it in, and throws it down emphatically.
Yeah.
Takes it back, gives him the old okey-doke, comes right back at it over Chris Mim, the former University of Texas player.
That's right.
You got to protect the paint, Bill.
Well, John McEnroe here with his beautiful daughter and checking the score.
He never saw a call he didn't like either, Bill. What do you think?
Well, he just opened. No, he was pretty vocal, wasn't he? About any call.
One of the greatest to ever play the game.
You got that right. The best at the net I ever saw.
Yes, he had an incredible touch for the volley.
Yep. He and Boris Becker, wow, did they have some face-offs. Well, the Rockets now trying to score 4 points in 6 minutes for Houston. So all of a sudden, the same team that scored 34 in the third having trouble scoring here.
It's like, who's going to show up?
Yeah. Rockets 39%. The Lakers shooting 37%. So both defenses. Moochie Norris back into the game now. He'll bring it in. It'll be Luther Head, Moochie, Juwan Howard, Dikembe Mutombo, and David Wesley for Houston. McGrady with 5 fouls sitting down. Tommy Brown almost tackled Luther Head. Over to Juwan. Juwan spinning inside on Walton. Reverses it up for 2. So Juwan Howard used to be the main man. There were the first 9 years in the league, he was the go-to guy, and now, here late in the game with no Tracy, they're going to Juwan again.
Juwan, with the younger Walton on him, takes advantage of his height advantage inside and gets the opportunity for the 3-point play. Great move by Juwan Howard.
In his 12-year career, he's averaged 16 points a game. But he couldn't finish it off with the free throw, and it's 71-67 Houston. 5:27 left to play. Vujacic still in the game, giving it up to Kobe. Walton. They're looking for Kobe again, posting up on the right wing, working it on Wesley. Passes off. Smush Parker. Back to Vujacic. Misses. And the rebound comes out of there, the Lakers.
Second chance opportunity, Bill.
Parker takes it down to Kwame Brown. Ujicic picked up by Deke as he knocks it out of bounds with 8 on the shot clock. The Rockets are playing some great defense. And it looks like Dikembe, when he reached in, his arm's just dead.
Mutombo, I think his finger popped out of the socket.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's a lot of pain associated with that.
Boy,
and trainer Keith Jones is on the spot. Here he is, Mutombo cutting off Sasha driving to his left, hits his knee. Oh, the knee hits the finger, and you're going to lose that one every time.
Rockets can't lose any more players. Kobe Bryant puts it up, and he missed it. And the rebound to Luther Head. That's his 6th rebound of the game. So now Stromile Swift is in the game for Dikembe Mutombo. Stromile trying to come out for Mucci. No penetration yet by Houston. Wesley turns the corner. He's fouled on the play. Good call. And the foul is on Ujicic. 13 foul on the Lakers.
It's Wesley going to his left. Sasha reaches in and calls the foul.
Lamar Odom will come in for Luke Walton.
I like the aggression on the part of the Houston Rockets, taking the ball to the basket, Bill. Let's not rely on the outside jumper to seal the fate of this game. Let's be aggressive. Take it inside.
Juwan gets the double team, gets out of there. 5 seconds left. Juwan Howard working on Kwame Brown, rims it out, and Lamar Odom brings it up the court. The Rockets are in the penalty. They can't afford to put the Lakers at the line. And Kobe has spent all night at the line right now. He passes into Kwame Brown, and the foul on Juwan Howard. So Tracy McGrady now will check back in for Houston.
There he is, Kobe on the replay on the low block. He sees Kwame Brown wide open. Oh, Juwan couldn't get there in time. And that's when you miss the presence of Dikembe Mutombo, because he blocks the paint. Everything in the paint is his. When you don't have that shot blocker, you're already missing Yao Ming. And now Mutombo, where's your presence in the middle? Is it Stromile? Is it Juwan? Somebody's got to step it up here.
71-69, Rockets up by 2. McGrady playing with 5 fouls. Kevin George and Lamar Odom taking turns on McGrady. McGrady going one-on-one. Nice little pass inside. Stromile Swift, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Luther Head in and out, won't go, and the rebound to Odom. 3:28 left to play. Odom looking for Kobe. Kobe looks at the shot clock. 5 seconds. Kobe goes inside, had to shoot it over the glass. The rebound, Kwame Brown gets it. Fresh 24 for the Lakers. They're getting a lot of second chance opportunities. Odom to Smush Parker. Parker misses the 3. Jumped up by Devin George, and he missed it. Whoa, they had too many chances, and they missed all 3. And here's McGrady now. The Rockets need to score. 2:47, 2:46 left to play in the game. McGrady back out to Wesley. Wesley, oh, David Wesley with a cold-blooded 3. 18 points for Wesley. And the Lakers call a timeout. What a big basket that was for Houston. 2:39 left. Rockets up by 5. All right. Rockets trying to hold on. We've got bad news on Dikembe Mutombo. Dislocated and lacerated finger. He will not return to the game. Kobe Bryant sets up Devin George. George misses. And running it down. And a loose ball foul is called on Stromile Swift. You know, Stromile does not react well to the ball when it comes off the rim, does he?
Absolutely. I think he's in between trying to find his man to block out and trying to find the ball. When you should have that decision made. But I think the Lakers are getting a lot of second chance opportunities.
2 minutes.
And that's not good. If we would just get the rebound, this game would be over.
Yeah, I think, in his career, Stromile Swift has averaged only 4 rebounds a game. He has no rebounds tonight. And he's played 18 minutes. I don't understand it. Well, Kwame gets 1 out of 2. All we need Stromile to do is get a couple of rebounds here.
We know he can jump.
Yeah. 74-70. Rockets up by 4 points. 2:18 left to play. Every possession becomes golden now. Double team on Tracy. Somebody's open. There it is. Jawan misses the shot. And the rebound goes to the Lakers. Lamar Odom gets the ball up in a hurry. Lamar Odom. He walked. Didn't know where he wanted to go with it. I think he wanted to pass it. And when he did, his man did not break open. And it's a turnover for the Lakers at the most an opportune time. 12 turnovers by
Lamar Odom trying to make something happen, as he has not been a force in the game tonight, especially on the offensive end.
Rockets under 2 minutes left to play. Who's going to score for Houston? Somebody's got to step up. Wesley trying to get it to T-Mac. 5 seconds on the shot clock. T-Mac's got to beat Devin George. Steps back, fires, misses. Ball is loose, and Jawan knocks it out of bounds. Well, Rockets just going to have to rely on their defense to try to shut the Lakers out the rest of the way.
If they can get a couple of stops, Bill, that's all the Rockets need at this point. Go home with a terrific opportunity to win another game on the road.
10.5 left to play. Kobe gets a double team. Stromile trying to stay with Kobe Bryant. He misses the rebound to McGrady. That was good helping defense by Stromile Swift. McGrady has to get it across the line. He does. 1:12 left to play. Lakers still have a foul to give. The Rockets are in the penalty. T-Mac on the drive. Tracy to Jawan, and he missed it, and Stromile could not corral the rebound as he knocks it out of bounds.
Good hustle by Stromile Swift of trying to get to the offensive board. He almost got one, Bill.
Under a minute left to play, so the Rockets again will have to try to rely on their defense. Lamar Odom to the basket, floats it up and in. 43 seconds left to play. Rockets nursing a 2-point lead. McGrady with the basketball. Just precious couple of possessions left. McGrady out high. 10 seconds, 9 seconds on the shot clock. McGrady is fouled by Devin George, and that's the 4th team foul. The important thing is, Clyde, the Rockets now with 26 seconds left, can almost take this down to the end of the game.
It's a 12-second differential on the shot clock, and I like our chances, Bill.
Well, both teams are in the penalty, too, and that's important as the Rockets take a timeout. 26.6 left. (74-72). The Rockets nursing the lead. 26.6 left to play. Both teams now are in the penalty, and both teams have their full and their 20-second timeouts. Clyde, where will the Rockets go? They have 14 on the shot clock.
No doubt Tracy McGrady will get the ball. Now, the Lakers will probably double team him early and try to let someone else take this last shot for the Rockets.
Rockets
see
will,
what happens.
All right, the Rockets will send out Jawan Howard, Stromile Swift, Luther Head, David Wesley, along with McGrady. It'll be Odom, Kwame Brown, Parker, Kobe Bryant, and Devin George for the Lakers. There's a big free throw discrepancy in this game. The Lakers have doubled up the Rockets in free throw attempts. Here we go. Brady with George in his hip pocket. Double team, steal, Kwame Brown! And the game is tied at 74. And the shot clock is off. So the Rockets can either win it or will go to overtime. McGrady and George. seconds. 5 seconds. Down to 4. McGrady on the drive. McGrady to the basket. And Tracy McGrady makes the basket with 3/10 of a second left to play. Oh, T-Mac, baby.
Wonderful penetration by Tracy McGrady, taking it all the way to the basket, Bill, and finishing strong.
That's Clyde Drexler stuff.
Here he is, taking it all the way with the left hand, strong to the basket. Here you see Lamar Odom in front of him. He finishes, he changes it, and kisses it off the glass for the win for the Houston Rockets.
And he did it left-handed. Left-handed.
He's shown he can make that play on many occasions, and he couldn't have made it at a better time, Bill. Took a lot of fortitude after the steal by Kwame Brown to come back and make that shot. It takes a lot of confidence, but a lot of intestinal fortitude, Bill.
Well, McGrady with 20 points tonight. Not too bigger than that one. Now, Clyde, you picked the player of the game. Is it going to be Wesley for the big third quarter or McGrady for the game winner?
Well, there was no shot in the game, none bigger than the one Tracy McGrady just made on the last play, Bill.
All right, so
obviously he's my player of the game.
All right, I'll go with you.
David Wesley made a tremendous impact in the second half of this game and was probably responsible for getting the Rockets back on top.
All right, now let's get back into the game. What can you do with 3/10 of a second? You can't catch and shoot.
There's no way you can catch and shoot. They have to do something around the basket, throw it up high, maybe an alley-oop. But either way, it's going to be a tough play for the Los Angeles Lakers. But in this game, Bill, as you know, you never say never.
Now, that's what Jeff Van Gundy's checking with Bennett Salvatore about. What can they do? Can you catch and shoot?
I don't like that. Have enough time to catch and shoot with 0.3 seconds on the clock.
Well, the Rockets have scored only 11 points in this quarter, but the Lakers have scored only 17. The Rockets scored 34 in the third. Okay, they're going to send out Walton, Parker, Brown, George, and Kobe Bryant. Let's see what happens. Rockets leading by 2. Jeff Van Gundy wants to use his 20. Now, he's checked out the personnel. And I'm sure that Phil Jackson knew that he would do that. So I wonder if he had something else up his sleeve. These are two of the best coaches in basketball.
I think Phil Jackson is unquestionably perhaps the most successful coach in the history of the National Basketball Association. And I think Jeff Van Gundy has done a tremendous job of resurrecting this Rocket team and getting them on the right track. But he doesn't have the resume of a Phil Jackson.
And there's no love lost between these two either.
No, not at all.
I guess it would be fair to say they don't really like each other.
But he's on top in this game on the Lakers' home court.
All right, well, it's got to be going to Kobe, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if he has enough time to catch and shoot, Bill.
3/10 of a second left. Rockets up by 2. McGrady will be matched up with Kobe. Now, don't let Brown get to the basket. Luke Walton will bring the ball in. There it is, and Parker misses at the buzzer. Now, how in the world did he have that much time to get that shot off?
Because that is a wonderful question.
The Houston Rockets have pulled it out here in L.A. What a road trip by the Houston Rockets. They win 5 games on this road trip out of 6. It's a new franchise record. Tonight's Landry Signature Group player of the game, Tracy McGrady, with the game winner on the final shot for Houston. He ended up with 20 points. And the Houston Rockets with a record-setting road trip, and they win it here on the road, 76-74. Tune in for our next telecast Wednesday night when the Rockets are finally back home to take on the Toronto Raptors. Coverage begins at 7 on FSN Houston.
Rockets looking to avoid going over in L.A. No Yao Ming tonight. He's back in Houston with a problem with the toe. Tracy McGrady working in that third quarter after the Rockets trail by 11 at the break, and T-Mac lays it in. He would finish the game with 20. Kobe Bryant doing his thing as well. Lakers building an 11-point halftime lead. They kept it going in the third, but the Rockets come back big. They outscore LA 34-15 in the third quarter. Big reason for that, Tracy McGrady draining the three. Luther Head hitting the three. David Wesley would have 15 points in the third quarter alone as the Rockets make an unbelievable comeback and take a 6-point lead at that point, 60-54. Phil Jackson just left shaking his head. Luke Walton drives in and lays it in for the deuce in heavy traffic as the Lakers come back in the fourth quarter, tied at 71. The kick-out pass and a huge three again for David Wesley, who would finish the game with 18 points, and it came down to this. A steal by Kwame Brown. With the Rockets leading by 2, we're tied at 74. Rockets with one final possession. No timeout. Then Tracy McGrady. He says, go ahead, take it, T-Mac. And T-Mac says, I'll do it.
McGrady and George. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Down to 4. McGrady on the drive. McGrady to the basket. And Tracy McGrady makes the basket.
Tracy McGrady with the left hand, and the Rockets knock off the Lakers tonight. They win it by a score of 76-74. Great balanced effort in this one tonight as the Rockets had Tracy McGrady with 20, Wesley 18, Juwan Howard had 10, and 16 points for Luther Head. The difference in the ballgame, a 34-15 third quarter as the Rockets wrap up the most successful road trip in franchise history. They win 5 out of 6 on the road trip. And a big one tonight as they knock off the L.A. Lakers as we head back out to Staples Center and join the gentleman who had the best seat in the house for this one, Bill Worrell and Clyde Drexler. Guys?
Well, Kevin, I've seen some great, gut checks by Houston Rocket teams in my 20-plus years around it, but I never saw one like tonight because Clyde, not only were the Rockets playing without 4 of their really members of the game, but Mutombo goes out late with a lacerated finger, and yet they dig down deep and win the game.
They dug down deep. Great effort on the part of guys like David Wesley, Luther Head, Stromile Swift, Juwan Howard, and, of course, Tracy McGrady.
And, of course, that final shot, I was praying he'd do it like Clyde.
He takes it in. Here he is, supreme confident. Tracy McGrady takes it in straight left-handed and kisses it off the glass for the Rockets win. What a big play by a big playmaker, Bill.
Yeah, he went to his left, Clyde. They were all set up for him to go the other way.
Had him set up, but Tracy's a smart player. He's able to make adjustments, and certainly when it counts, he's dangerous with that ball with the last second. He's proven it time and time again.
The Rockets jumped up and scored 34 in the third, and, of course, that was the big key because they managed only the 11 points in the fourth quarter. So the Rockets really got their defense to win this game.
Defense kept them in the game, especially on the road. They're shorthanded. They don't have the centers. Yao, Mutombo goes out, but they persevere. They stay in it. Guys like David Wesley, Luther Head really kept scraping and scrapping and just kept them close. The Lakers, on the other hand, hit a cold spell, which really helped them out.
When we were getting ready to go to the third quarter, David Wesley stuck his head in here. He had 2 points at the half. Little did we know he'd finish with 18, but the Rockets needed every one of those points.
Needed every one of them, and I credit my good friend and co-host, Bill Worrell, who told him, hey, you make a shot, or else you're going to come over and sit with us.
I thought he was getting ready to retire or something. He was so quiet in the first half. But it really was a fun game to do, and what a road trip for the Houston Rockets.
Wonderful road trip, and to finish it without Yao Ming, without Mutombo at the end of the game, and with a W on the Lakers' home court, well, this team has got to be feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
They really should feel good about themselves. And, Kevin, it was a road trip where a lot of people thought you could write the Rockets off for the rest of the season. That hasn't happened. They have resurrected their season with this road trip going 5-1. Now they get to come home and take on a Toronto Raptor team. They'll only play one home game before going back to Denver, but at least they'll get a couple of days of rest.
Bill, Clyde, if I had told you the Rockets were going to score 12 points in the first quarter and 11 in the fourth quarter playing the Lakers on the road, would you have given them any shot at all?
I would not have given them a shot, but that's why we play the games. It's the NBA.
Not at all. I would not have given them a shot, but as Bill said earlier, the Lakers are no offensive juggernaut either.
No.
So they had chances because of their defense.
Rockets hold the Lakers to 35% shooting in the game. Guys, thanks very much. Hurry home and enjoy the end of that road trip as the Rockets win it and finish it 5-1.